Number 6, Dallas Cowboys.
So the Cowboys have won 4 in a row. I still dropped them a couple spots because a bunch of different reasons. Number one, they didn't play very well. Could have very easily lost at home to the Houston Texans. But a win is a win is a win. But also, they just didn't look that great. I mean, the offense was sloppy. Defense wasn't all that great. And now they're losing Terrence Steele, who reportedly their right tackle has been outstanding. Tore his ACL and his MCL in his left knee. That really stinks because he's an undrafted young player that had been playing very well. So that bothers me. The good news is they're getting Tyron Smith back. I don't know what they'll do. Maybe they'll put the rookie, Tyler Smith, over to right tackle. I know Peters filled in. I'll be curious to see what they do there with Tyron Smith. They also signed T.Y. Hilton, which is interesting yesterday. Might even talk more about that tomorrow, but it seems like the Odell dream is over, and they still felt like they needed one more receiver, so they went with T.Y. Hilton.
Number 5, Cincinnati Bengals.
Playing really well. Just playing really well. Their defense is excellent. Their O-line is playing at a high level. So I would say Cowboys and above are the teams I look at as legitimate Super Bowl contenders. So Cowboys, Niners, Eagles in the NFC, Bengals, Chiefs, Bills in the AFC. Those are teams I think are really strong Super Bowl contenders.
Number 4, Kansas City Chiefs.
Had to drop them a spot. Defense did not look good. They gave up more points to the Broncos than anybody had all year. Not a good look. And then you've got offensively Mahomes throwing 3 picks. They won, so it's kind of like the Cowboys, right? A win is a win. They're not all going to look pretty. But I got to go by what I'm seeing from these teams right now. If they played a series of games in my backyard. And right now, I think these other teams are better.
Number 3, Buffalo Bills.
Hasn't been pretty for the Bills, but they're still winning. Sometimes I think that's almost the mark of a good team. They've won 4 in a row, have the Bills. And against pretty good teams. These haven't been like slouch teams they've been beating during this streak. You're talking Patriots, Jets. They're not quite as they're not quite as dynamic, but these are potential playoff teams.
Number 2, San Francisco 49ers.
Well, they've just been on a tear. There's no other way around it. They look awesome. Their defense is very, very good. I think Purdy's legs have added an element that have been really helpful. And then McCaffrey. McCaffrey's been a huge boost as well. They've won 6 in a row. They're winning them in convincing fashion. I think they're one of the 2 best teams in the NFL right now.
Russ's number 1 team, which is totally meaningless, but it's fun and will get many of you incredibly annoyed, is...
Number 1 is the Philadelphia Eagles.
Kind of hard to argue with this one right now, right? That's back-to-back absolute destructions of a likely playoff team. They do it in so many different ways. Their D-line might have 4 guys with double-digit sacks. Hurts has been the best. I don't know if he'll be the most valuable player, but he's been the best player in the NFL this year. If you look at all the statistics, they're getting a little more banged up, but they're also getting guys back by the week too. They just have a really, really good team. They and the Niners feel like they're on a collision course. The Cowboys are going to try to break that up